A death row inmate in Texas faces execution in just 2 weeks unless a celebrity-backed campaign can persuade the governor to intervene. Rodney Reed was found guilty in the 1996 rape and murder of 19-year-old Stacey Stites, but his attorney claims new witness statements and forensic evidence clear Reed. Omar Villafranca is at the state capitol in Austin, Texas. Omar, this case has received national and even international attention.
Good morning. You're right. And here at the Capitol, Republicans and Democrats don't see eye to eye on much. But a bipartisan group of lawmakers agree Rodney Reed's case needs to be considered again. And along with celebrities, they're asking Texas Governor Greg Abbott to pause the execution and consider new evidence.
Did you rape Stacey Stites?
No, I didn't.
Did you murder Stacey Stites?
No, I didn't.
Talk show host Dr. Phil conducted a jailhouse interview with Rodney Reed that aired last month. He is just one of a number of celebrities, including Kim Kardashian West, Seth Green, and Rihanna, who tweeted at Texas Governor Greg Abbott to pardon Reed or commute his sentence.
I believe the people, the family, the other supporters support the truth.
Prosecutors claim Stacey Stites was at home in 1996 with her fiancé Jimmy Fennell, a former police officer, before driving herself to work around 3 a.m. Investigators said Reed raped and strangled Stites between 3 and 5 a.m. and left her body in a remote area. Reed was arrested after his DNA was found on Stites. From the beginning, he maintained his innocence. He claimed he and Stites were having an affair and had consensual sex the day before her death.
How many times did you two see each other?
Some weeks I would see her maybe once or twice a week.
After the trial, forensic experts admitted to errors in the time of death, and the advocacy group The Innocence Project says the murder weapon was never tested for DNA.
3 forensic pathologists have come forward and said that this is actually impossible that Rodney committed the crime. All of it exonerates Mr. Reed and points to Jimmy Fennell.
Fennell was initially a suspect in Stites' murder, but his DNA was not found on Stites' body. His attorney, Bob Phillips, says his client is innocent.
Jimmy loved her. He was going to marry her in 3 weeks.
Fennell later served 10 years in prison for unrelated kidnapping and improper sexual contact in 2007.
He pled guilty, did his time. He's now out of prison.
Now, an inmate named Arthur Snow, who was incarcerated with Fennell and was a former member of the Aryan Brotherhood, is coming to Reed's defense. He claims Fennell confessed to killing Stites because she was, quote, sleeping with a black man behind his back. Fennell's attorney says Snow's story is fiction. Reed's brother, Roderick, told CBS This Morning this new evidence is enough to save his brother's life.
There's been testimony from people who are in prison. Do you think that needs to be brought in this case now?
That testimony from Mr. Snow needs to be brought in. All avenues need to be traveled in order to get to the truth, to get justice for Stacey Stites and my brother, Rodney Reed.
We reached out to Governor Abbott's office but have not heard back. As for Roderick, he plans to travel to Washington, D.C. next week because the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to hear his brother's appeal. But time is running out because the execution date is still November 20th. Tony?
Oh, wow, Omar, that's coming up quickly.
Talk about the clock ticking. At the very least, why can't there be a pause so you get to at least consider all this new evidence?
But there's some pretty compelling evidence.
More to come on this story for sure.
All right, Omar, thank you very much.